purpose. Ooh.
Ugh, my feet keep getting caught in the hem of this dress.
My stomach feels like it's on fire. Am I still alive?
Huh?
Rapunzel!
Your abs are moving.
Hey, yo! Are you touching me, ma'am? You have my consent. I'm just wondering.
Believer, are you awake? Open your eyes.
I hear a familiar voice. Rapunzel? Rapunzel, sweetie, I missed you!
As expected, the abs don't lie.
I missed you so much.
Welcome back to the world of the living.
Oh my god. We got saved by one of the best healers. What are you doing here?
I found you wandering out in the snow.
Wandering? I was moving? Did you tend to my wounds?
Yes, just some simple first aid.
Oh my gosh. Ah! Wait, is this the first time that, like, I'm meeting Rapunzel? Like, officially, beyond just, like, the trade daughter exchange that we did? Yeah, like, that was, like, technically not quite. The exchange and, like, second affection wasn't quite like a first full interaction. She did call us a name off the bat, though.
You're lucky. The bullet didn't snag any vital organs.
Damn. It's called that MC energy.
You can thank your teammates. They didn't care how many raptures they might end up drawing to them.
How many? Aww.
Every one of them was sending out a distress signal. Bellowing at the top of their lungs.
Aww.
If it wasn't for their hooting and hollering, I'd have never found you in this snowstorm.
Rapunzel. Counters. Where are they?
They want to see if this place is suitable for a temporary camp. But they're taking longer than expected. There didn't appear to be any threats.
I'll go outside. I stand up. I feel a surging wave of pain in my stomach.
Hey now, you can't be up and about just yet. I only administered some basic first aid.
Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. This is so exciting, not gonna lie. Like, the last couple of chapters was a weird experience. It kind of felt like fillery, not gonna lie. Even last chapter, to an extent, didn't quite like hit me as like being like really back in the story. But like this feels like I'm like back in the story after all of these events.
Or maybe I could help you up. You can hold on to me. Onto my body.
I mean, you're offering. I can get up by myself.
I won't do anything dirty, honest. I'll be a good girl, I promise.
I love her. Rapunzel grabs me and helps me up. She says she's a good girl, chat. We have to believe her.
I'll show you to them.
Yes, please.
No, this place is too dangerous any way you look at it. We'll move out as soon as the commander comes to.
Way to fall asleep at the wheel. I know. I'm horrendous. All this time I thought you were just vibing to the music on auto. That's what I do. Like, that's what I do most of the time. I don't think there's really been like a serious like time during main story that I've really like locked in. I've locked in like outside of main story, and like sometimes I'll do things just for funsies to like have another thing to do. But like most of the time I use the battles as like an opportunity to like just take in the music of the fight and like talk to chat.
Let's just go to the Ark then.
The Ark?
Hello, Anise? What is that face?
Why? We've turned up squat on the Vapaus.
Neon?
The commander is hurt. If that bullet had been a few millimeters to the left, or if Rapunzel hadn't seen our distress signal, the commander would have been done for.
But she did, because she's Rapunzel. I just realized this is the first campaign stream I've seen. Ah, I see you have followed within the last month. It's really been that long.
Yes, but... No buts. We need to go back. We can reorganize and give Syuen a piece of our mind.
Uh-oh.
We can head back up to the surface once we've regrouped.
No buts. Cue the Snow White. Aw.
But Anise, doesn't that make you upset? What? If we do that, then we're playing right into Exotic's hands. We didn't learn a thing about the Vapaus. We've been betrayed, our commander is injured, and now we're running off with our tails tucked between our legs.
Damn. Neon's kinda right. It's kinda looking bad. Crazy how every squad Syuen has put us with has almost gotten us killed. But this time she didn't. According to her, at least. They weren't supposed to be the ones to come. They came on their own.
I don't know about you, but I won't accept that. You think I'm doing this because I like it?
She just cares about the commander's safety a lot.
Stop, you two. We can make a decision after the commander wakes up.
Aww. Rapi's trying to keep this family together. I have seen the No Treats video.
Judging by how loud you all are, you must have fully recovered by now.
Rapunzel!
That's great, isn't it?
I'm glad all of you are okay.
Commander!
Group hug! Bring it in!
Master!
Are you feeling better?
I'm fine.
I'm glad.
Oh!
How's it looking? Anything suitable for a bivouac?
Oh, what?
No, I think we need to keep moving. There's more snow here than I thought, so there's a risk of avalanches. We were also late to set up the decoys, so there are still some raptures left.
All right, let's keep moving and find somewhere that we can camp.
No. Let's go back.
Aw, Anise.
Anise.
Commander, let's go back to the Ark and come back when you're fully recovered.
I really like this song. It's like weirdly chill, kind of motivationally. Like, I like the vibe.
It's the best course of action. Nothing we're here for is that urgent. We can contact Snow White when we come back up.
I don't agree. After everything we've been through, we have nothing to show for it.
Neon's really feeling it. She's really feeling it after our failure with Talentum, and now this.
Even if it's a shot in the dark, there's always a chance of hitting your target.
Aww. That's just...
Whoa, whoa! Calm down, everyone! It's not good to pressure someone who's exhausted physically and mentally.
The commander gets injured so often. Is he ever fully recovered? I feel like mentally, no. Physically, maybe. Like every time we have like a really bad injury moment, we have like a month-long break after. I think this is the first time we've had like a really bad injury moment and had to immediately like do something.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Besides, these freezing temperatures aren't only harmful to the body. They can dull the senses and make it so you can't think straight.
Nurse Rapunzi.
Do you know where we should go?
Anderson shirtless hails him mentally. In my commander headcanon, absolutely.
Of course, I'm a pilgrim. We're in my wheelhouse right now.
Ooh. She said, I'm a pilgrim. She said the word, chat.
I'll take you somewhere you can all get nice and warm.
I was pretty warm in your lap, you know, just saying.
All right, nothing.
An intruder has arrived. Let's go, Bolt.
I want to show chat something that was shared in the Discord in case anybody missed it, because it cracked me the hell up. It made me laugh so much, even though a part of me hated it. I remember this art. Yep, you already know what I'm about to show. Some people have already seen it. A new member of the community joined the Discord. Joined the Discord with art to share. And when I first saw this, I was like, oh, it's fan art. Yep, Pete. I'm shouting out Pete. I was like, oh, it's fan art of like Overzone. But then I actually looked closer and I actually read it and I was like, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Like, I thought it was just someone wanted to draw like their own thing, like their own version of one of like the endings. But I was like, oh my god. Deer ending to swerve or not to swerve. Vidya tried to remember her road safety lessons when faced with a deer. Good thing it wasn't a moose, or else you're cooked. Like, I love it so much. Thank you. The Overzone style. They copied the Overzone style too so well. Yes, yes. What is a seagull laugh? It was a seagull laugh. Rising sea levels, melting glaciers, and destruction of animal habitats. Before, they were things I'd only see on the news. However, I have witnessed climate change in person since arriving here. Climate change is real. Rumor has it that the children in this area had gone to school by sled not even a decade ago.
How is it now? Way cozier than before, right?
What's the difference? Isn't this just another abandoned building?
But it's a cozy abandoned building, Neon.
Unlike before, there's only one room, so it's much cozier.
So it's much cozier.
You say cozy, I say cramped.
We need to set up our decoys. Can you go take care of that for us?
Again? Right now?
Neon, you're doing a lot of yapping, a lot of complaining right now, ma'am.
Yes, please.
Fine. We're going.
Oh, are they all going?
We'll be right back, Commander.
I was about to say, we're not alone with Rapunzel. They're all there. My niece is so worried. She's so cute. Rapi and Anise take Neon and head outside.
Oh, now it's just you and me. Close quarters.
Round 2.
We have a few minutes until those three come back. Plenty of time to have my way with the commander who can't defend themselves. You don't seem like you're into it.
Oh my goodness.
Are you concerned about what you should do?
You're like, do it. Do it. Yes? No? What was the question? Are you concerned about what you should do? What? Okay, my brain is like down the gutter. Is she talking about like concerned what I should do with her, or concerned about this general situation? Oh my god. The general situation? Damn.
At least you're honest. What's on your mind? Are you comfortable with sharing?
Therapy? Therapy with Rapunzel?
Sometimes it's nice to hear what's going on in other people's heads.
Mm-hmm. Overzone moment. I'm just the throwbacks of her in front of the graves in Overzone. Like, I tell Rapunzel everything that has transpired up until now.
Vapaus. Vapaus.
Honestly, you know that's a long story. It hasn't been that many chapters, but like so much has happened.
So that's why you were face down in the snow with a bullet in your gut. Believer, with everything you've been through, you can see how not all NIKKEs are your allies.
Dang. Dang. The way Rapunzel of all people is saying this.
If it hadn't been for the nymph, that bullet would have gone straight through your heart, guaranteed.
Oh, is that high? Also, what is this song? Oh!
So tell me, do you still want to find the Vapaus that can remove the nymph?
Yes.
Even if it means you might be betrayed again?
Oh. Yes.
Woo. You're so concerned about everything else. But you don't have any hesitation when it comes to saving NIKKE's.
Oh.
So we can't chalk up your bad mood to you not trusting NIKKE's anymore.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're concerned about whether you should go back to the Ark or continue to search for the Vapaus, which could be anywhere.
She means if Crow could, she would just shoot your heart. Oh, got you.
So it's about sorting out your priorities, is that it?
That's correct.
Okay.
Rapunzel's so smart when she's not horny.
You possess great inner strength. Thank you for sharing it with me. To express my gratitude, I will also share a secret of mine with you.
Rapunzel's secret? Rapunzel's secret?
To be honest, I know something about the Vapaus.
Oh. Well, she did study all this stuff for like a really long time.
But I cannot tell you.
Then why would you even say it?
Truly, I won't tell you, even if you force yourself upon me. Yes, harder.
Oh, ma'am, I haven't even done anything yet. I have no intention of doing that.
Not even a little?
The disappointment. I freaking love her. I love Rapunzel so much. None.
Too bad.
Why can't you tell me?
Because I'm not the only one keeping it a secret. Anyway, I'm going to the Promised Land.
Huh?
Do you want to tag along?
Promised Land?
It's only open on the 1st of every month.
What? The Promised Land? First of every month? What? Huh?
Commander,
Rapunzel
are you sure it's okay for you to move around like this so soon?
only gave you a SpongeBob bandage?
But, like, I love the SpongeBob bandage.
Wouldn't it be better if you rest a bit longer?
I'm okay.
But in a cold place like this,
The Promised Land has candy? Really?
Anise, why have you become such a worrywart?
Because her human commander has almost died again.
hey, what do you mean by that? In case you forgot, the commander was shot in the stomach. Forget it. I'll just shut up.
Aww. Anise walks forward.
What's she so sensitive for all of a sudden? Master, this isn't your first time being injured, right?
I mean, maybe that's the issue. Maybe it's because it's not the first time. She's worried, like, how many brushes with death I can have before my, like, RNG runs out, you know?
Perhaps she's the one who is most emotionally invested in you.
Ooh, Rapunzel!
Well, rather than that, I think she is worried.
Worried? Anise?
She's always been wary of others, but the moment she let her guard down, we were sold down the river, and the commander nearly died because of it.
You know, she's kinda right. Okay. she's right, but then also like not entirely, you know? Because yes, okay, because like Anise had the spidey sense going, you know? Anise was like, she had the spidey sense going like almost the entire chapter of like, are we sure we should trust them, blah blah blah. And then the moment she like chills out for a second, stuff hits the fan. But like, she was still the one who was like, are we sure we should trust them? And she's usually the one who calls out things like with her spidey sense. So like, she's definitely probably being like too hard on herself because of it. And if anything, if we just like listen to Anise more, like if we listen to like the Anise like spidey sense a little bit more, we probably would like avoid a couple of these situations.
That's probably why she's a bit on edge right now. It's also why she wants to go somewhere that's more secure.
I'll talk to her.
Before that, we should probably deal with them, don't you think?
With who?
Rapture's up ahead. Commander, get back! Engaging!
I didn't see that. Even though Rapunzel was with us, we still ran into Raptures.
My hair may function as a jammer,
Oh yeah.
but I can only cover so many people while we're moving.
Oh.
Commander, are you okay?
Oh, Anise is so cute right now. Like I'm sad that she's like this worried, but like also it's so cute. I'm okay.
Are you sure? Tell me if you're hurt, even a little, then...
Don't worry, I'm fine. Really. Anise is being a Mika right now.
Oh, okay.
Why are you so worried?
What? Me? Worried? Nothing. I'm just a bit tense, that's all.
Really?
Commander, are you positive you're okay? You specifically came up here to help us this time around instead of the humans.
Aww.
And you ended up being backstabbed by those NIKKEs.
Dang.
The very thing you vowed to protect tried to kill you.
Oh. Anise.
Doesn't that make you resent us?
Oh. It was also NIKKEs who saved me while I was dying.
Even so.
Firepower!
Neon. Whoa. What's up? Neon whacks Anise on the back.
Ouch! That hurt! What's the big idea?
It's how Neon communicates.
Be gone, worrywart!
The music shift. Neon's trying her best to.
Your firepower's lacking. That's why you become such a worrywart.
Have you got a screw loose?
Probably. But you know what? She's trying her best. You and Crow are completely different people. Just because you're both NIKKEs doesn't mean you should be painted with the same brush.
Thank you, Commander.
Aww. Neon has control over the soundtrack.
Return to us our niece who was so distrusting.
Neon! They're just the best of friends, chat.
Return to us.
Oh my gosh, I can just imagine her like making gestures towards Anise, like similar to like a Kamehameha.
What is this, a seance? Take it down a notch.
She's back.
Honestly, I swear.
If that's everything, let's go.
She's like, I did it. Mission accomplished.
It's dangerous to stay in one place for too long.
Good old Rapi. She never changes.
Yep, no matter where we are. But that's one of her most endearing qualities.
Y'all are all super endearing.
Would you two quit babbling? Let's move.
Yes, right away.
All three start walking forward.
It must be nice having teammates like these.
Rapunzel looks at the group silently.
Rapunzel, why are you just staring at us? Do you have something to say?
Ooh.
Wow, you really are back to your old self. The distrusting Anise we know and love. Already picking fights with someone who's doing nothing.
The way Neon's like, and that's just how I prefer it.
No, I'm not.
I'm sorry. It's my fault. I just thought it was nice seeing you all interact. It brings back some old memories.
I'm gonna cry.
Old memories?
Yes, when I was first assigned to a squad. We were a rowdy bunch. The surface was more dangerous than it is now. The war was closer to home as well.
She's like, back in my day, we had a Scarlet and a Dorothy who always wanted to kill each other. And then we had a Red Hood who was a Red Hood. When exactly did you start? I think I like officially started like steadily playing towards like the end of the Eva collab.
We were all happy to be together. We were just like all of you, laughing, crying, and getting into spats while traveling together.
What happened to them?
Uh-oh.
Some went missing.
Oh God.
Some of them are still with us, but the years have changed them.
I'm assuming the missing is Red Hood. The changed ones is Doro.
Sorry for losing my cool back there.
I wonder if she counts Lilith as missing or dead. Damn, you know what? Lilith could be counted towards the missing if they're talking about her head. Ah!
No, it's nice watching all of you.
She just didn't want to say died. I mean, like, because yes, she's dead, but also, like, she could be considered missing. Like, her body isn't in one piece. That's assuming they all know. Like, what's it called? Snow White's the one who found it. And assuming during Overzone, if Snow White had like a mind switch in that moment,
when she found out what happened. Like, I wonder if she would have been able to have the mental capacity to tell them, like report back. This was before Overzone and Doro were in the game as well, so people would have had no idea what she meant by this.
Yeah, y'all wouldn't. But I would have some idea.
So I'm trying to... I'm just wondering. I have not done Rapunzel's Bond.
Looks like I'm being a bit of a downer.
Pretty big info for Snow to have kept secret. Not that she would have kept it secret, just like would she have remembered that it happened because of her mind switch? Like, how much did her mind switch like F her up in that moment?
Come on, everybody, lighten up. We'll be there soon.
Doro visited the grave, but like when she visited the grave, I'm pretty sure it had like, at least based on like the art, it had the lid on it. At least it looked like. I couldn't really tell. Doro didn't react like crazy. Her head is missing, you know? I haven't seen the art since the event came out. If I'm remembering correctly, it looked like the lid was on it when Doro visited.
Down with those who would threaten the kingdom. Give us everything you've got.
Do you have Rapunzel? Her bond was free during anniversary.
Chalk up a...
It's fairly recent. This was like the 4th free bond story. Climate change report. I made a speech in front of the local politicians today. When I mentioned the dramatic rise in temperature, ice caving, and ice field reduction, one man raised his hand and had the gall to say, "Sounds great to me. I prefer warmer weather." It took all my willpower not to grab him by the collar and throttle him. What fools they are. They won't enjoy the warm weather when the ocean rises to their necks. She's right though.
All right.
You are late.
Snow White! Scarlet!
I'm not that late, am I?
The new moon hasn't set yet. There's still time.
Wait, is this the promised land? Oh, because they said they were gonna meet up like once a month.
And she has guested with her this time around. Cut her some slack. Ladies, it's been a while.
Oh,
I heard you got a bullet in the stomach. Are you all right?
no, can you kiss it and make it better? Also, have y'all seen the Scarlet figurine? It is so nice. Like, out of all of the new NIKKE figurines that I've seen them like releasing, I feel like Scarlet is like towards the top of like the, ooh, that is nice quality. I have it ordered. I'm okay.
Hey, Snow White!
Uh-oh.
Look at your messages from time to time.
Volumes is also crazy. Ridiculous. Volumes and Scarlets are both like, ooh, chef's kiss.
That's right. If Snow White had picked up our communications, we wouldn't be in this situation.
Now wait a minute. I know y'all are probably a little salty still about the Marion incident, but let's calm down now.
Communications? Did you send me a message?
Yes. Snow White opens Blabber. It's called a Blabber. And checks her messages.
Oh, I see.
Remember back when you said Snow White would be the most tech savvy of them?
I didn't know I'd gotten a message. Sorry about that.
I mean, I feel like she still is. It just doesn't translate to checking her phone. She's a busy woman.
Well, shoot, we can't keep ripping into her after she's apologized.
Yep.
Shouldn't Marion be with you?
Yes. As a fellow member of Pioneer, she should have come with us.
Uh-huh.
However, once I heard you would all be coming, I decided not to bring her. If she meets with you again so soon, it could stir up some emotions inside her.
Then where is she right now?
Somewhere safe. Don't worry.
With my king.
They may be money hungry and always pestering us to join them. But the White Knights would never betray their faith and besmirch their good name.
Money hungry? No. Surely not. I didn't get those vibes at all. I saw them for like all of 40 minutes.
Ah, yes, the Knights. I was wondering who it was. Are they also pilgrims?
Yes, 2 sisters, Crown and Shine, and cute as a button.
Sisters?
They want to become the masters of the kingdom.
I didn't realize they were sisters.
If you vouch for them, I'm sure they're trustworthy.
What would you even do with money? For like the kingdom? What would the kingdom do for money? Maintain the kingdom. Feed Modernia. Like, they eat a lot.
Then what is the reason you came all the way here?
Nun talk. She calls NIKKE sisters. Got you.
What was that?
What was that?
Raptors. They must have followed you here. Rapunzel, is your jammer malfunctioning?
Oh God. How many times are we gonna call Rapunzel out for her jammer? Same brain, same brain. I think someone on YouTube like commented that they love how many times like I say something and then the next click the story repeats like the exact same thing. It's happened a lot.
It seems fine to me. Maybe I've used up too much energy treating this bunch. My output is a little weak today.
Oh no.
Make sure you check it out later.
Have you watched Muzin's Pro's rendition of Last Kingdom? No. Absolutely not. Why would I?
Yes, of course.
Snow White draws her weapon.
Will help.
No, you're our guest. You should rest. This falls within the duties of a good host. Besides, it's been a while since we all fought together.
She's so cute.
Lord, opportunity is knocking. Will thee take command?
Me? Ah! You want me to command the pioneers?
Right. This is a rare opportunity. You can command us as you see fit. dominate
Oh
us
my
and
God.
make us do all sorts of things to you.
Rapunzel, Rapunzel, I love you so much. I love you so much, Rapunzel.
Yes, that's the spot.
Save it for later. Let's go.
Put her back in the cage? No. She's perfectly fine outside her cage.
I will protect
Let her out.
my people.
She's perfectly fine.
You're really annoying.
Out and about.
Down with those who would threaten to wipe them out and head back.
We mean you. Hello.
It's a real drag.
Me nor Rapunzel deserve to be in a cage.
How do I look now, Prince?
Y'all are
Am I
so rude to
beautiful?
us. We're just trying to live our lives.
Wow. Amazing.
So, this is what the pilgrims are capable of.
Wow, they're so cool, they're so pretty, they're so graceful.
Incredible.
We're all clear. What was it you were going to say before? We've got a lot on our plate here.
Yeesh. You could use a little more tact.
Truly a boorish knave lacking the slightest shred of decorum.
Yeah, turn on the charm, why don't ya?
That's enough out of you two.
I've missed them. I've missed this dynamic a lot.
Anyway. What is it you want from us this time?
We've come to get information on Vapaus.
Vapaus? How do you know about Vapaus?
Oh boy. A Snow White gave me some once before.
Whoa, really? Snow White really did that?
Uh-oh.
Ah, so that's it. I was wondering who gave it to you.
Yes, that is very much the case. So it was Snow White.
Ah, nar. Does that count as snitching?
This may take longer than I anticipated. Let's talk inside.
Me remembering the time when Snow White didn't know what dog tags were for.
Is this a new venue for the party?
You want me to go there?
Ooh. Enterprise Rapture Conspiracy Theory. National Security Email. Missileless industry is the root of all evil. Hey, yo. They've been saying that for years. Greetings, citizens. It's hard to believe, but the human race currently finds itself on the brink of extinction. The big enterprises are to blame, missileless industry most of all. Given their near monopoly on various advanced technologies, we are the only entity that could feasibly be capable of developing something like these raptures. Or they are.
You want me to go there?
And then the games didn't come out for
The
like
last time I saw your face, Modernia, it looked like you were already aware of Vapaus.
years later. The Smash reactions were also good.
How much do you know?
I heard that it can remove the NIMPH from a NIKKE.
All right. So, you already know about its function. What more do you want to know?
What else do you have to tell me? I want to mass produce it. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, they did not like that response.
No.
Uh-oh. Snow White.
I gave you that Vapaus because you saved my life.
Ooh, they did not like that answer at all.
One life, one piece of Vapaus. You and I are square.
Ooh.
Wanting more than that is avarice. pure and simple. You should not expect anything more.
Just hear us out.
What can you possibly tell me?
This music is so good though.
You used my generosity to fulfill your greed.
Dang, they really didn't like that answer.
I have no intention of interacting with someone who betrays the goodwill of others.
Ah,
Wow, that escalated quickly.
that's what I'm saying.
Snow White, please calm down.
Indeed, you mustn't be so impetuous. Calm thyself and lend them your ear. Is this fellow standing before you truly as crude as you make him out to be?
You like me, you like me.
Fine. I overreacted, I admit it.
Good. Still thine hand as you are now. And you, Lord,
Uh-oh.
you must explain yourself very clearly. You see how heated Snow White has become when she is usually cool as a cucumber.
I don't even know what I did. We're dead if we have to depend on the video riz. Leave me alone. It's a good thing we don't, huh?
That's how important the Vapaus is to us. Should you misspeak, all of the friendships you have built thus far will topple like a house of cards. It is a very sensitive topic.
Uh-oh. I didn't know. I'm sorry.
If you desist at this juncture, we will act as if your words never touched our ears, and we will move on. What say you?
She just said they're gonna retcon me.
Are you still going to try and persuade us?
That's right. I mean,
Shall we
like,
start
I'm
with
just
a glass
trying
of
to
wine?
help. I don't understand.
Small potatoes.
What's wrong? What's wrong with trying to help?
Down with those who would threaten to focus our attacks.
Now loading debate minigame. Oh, forget relying on video riz. Forget relying on video riz. If we have to rely on video debate skills, that is when we're cooked.
Down with those who would threaten to wipe them out and head back. Next.
Securing victory for their subjects is a king's duty. I knew that.
Climate change report. I've gone over it countless times, but I still feel that climate change is a man-made disaster. If there were fewer humans, there would be lesser greenhouse gas emissions. If there were fewer humans, there would be lower rates of deforestation. In that sense, the birth rate reductions in several countries would actually be a positive sign. The same goes for these aliens that have been such breaking news lately. Perhaps it may not be a bad thing if the world population is reduced. Ooh, you were cooking up until that last bit. Famous last words.
Very well then. Say what you were going to say.
We first learned about the existence of NIMPH. Isn't it bad because you're clueless? That's what I said. I said it's bad not because like I can't like verbally riz, I think. It's bad because I'm slow to catch on. I didn't fail the test because I was bad. I just didn't remember anything on the test. Look, if you're going to call me out, at least do it with like accurate information.
Talk about Mihara's memory wipe. Talk about the explanation given by Exia.
So that clever little NIKKE told you about the existence of NIMPH.
Uh-huh.
What of it?
What is that?
What does it matter to us when you came about this knowledge?
Oh,
I believed you would have put more effort into persuading us, but it seems I was wrong. Or could it be you don't truly require the Vapaus as much as I thought, perchance?
well, I guess we failed, chat.
I will tell you. No, I want them to tell it. Were you not the one who asked to find the Vapaus?
Yes.
Then show me that you mean it. Prove to me that you believe what you're doing is right. Can you do that for me, Commander?
I need to collect my thoughts and try again. Damn, it's actually a quiz? That's crazy.
You were saddened at the fact one of your colleagues had gone through a memory wipe. What of it? Is such a thing not common in the Ark? Humans wish to exert control over the NIKKEs, for they are petrified of potential mind switches.
Mm-hmm.
If a mind switch were to occur, their fear is that the NIKKEs will turn their guns away from the Raptures and instead point towards them.
Mm-hmm.
You yourself have seen NIKKEs go through memory wipes. Do you think the NIMPH should be removed?
The decisive factor is Marion's corrosion, MATIIISS's corrosion? What? Marion's question mark? I'm still not 100% sure what's going on with MATIIISSS.
She was defeated by Chatterbox, but if she did not have the NIMPH to begin with, she would have become one of the heretics.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, she would have been better off without the NIMPH. There would have been no corrosion and no memory wipe.
Scarlet, my brain is like not computing this. Wait. Hold on, I need to get my brain in order. I need to get my brain in order. This is one of those times when, like, the amount of information I've been obtaining from like all these different events between chapters is coming back to bite me in the ass. I need to organize real quick. And something I have to keep reminding myself of is that the NIMPH is different from the what's it called? The brain shield thing that Exia and Novel have. Like, I have to keep reminding myself, like, that's different. NIMPH is the bit things in the brain. I don't think I need a refresher. I just need to... I'm looking through my sticky notes. And I'm pretty sure I know. Like I said, I just have like a lot of information scattered about everywhere between like the chapters and the events. And I really haven't had time to digest and organize it all. Which is why I'm like annoying when I keep asking y'all about like timeline. Like I know sometimes y'all are like, timeline doesn't really matter. Like this isn't really a part of the timeline. Blah, 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 blah. Like that's the reason I keep trying to like map out the timeline, because it helps me get my thoughts in order.
That is what you are trying to say, no? However, do you think that the NIMPH has only negative effects on NIKKEs? Be it to escape the horrors of the battlefield or debilitating depression. There are many NIKKEs who voluntarily undergo a memory wipe. Above all, the very existence of NIMPH grants NIKKEs a form of eternity life.
It's crazy that she says there are people who voluntarily undergo a memory wipe when I left off of Ice Dragon Saga with that exact scenario happening.
Against this infinity, the horrors of the battlefield do not seem so abominable. It gives them the courage required to take on tough missions. Don't you think they need the NIMPH?
It should be their decision to make.
My oh my. Choice.
It doesn't matter if they want to live for all eternity or only for a finite period of time. I want to make a world where all NIKKEs can decide their own future.
And
Ooh.
that is the reason you wish to use the Vapaus.
Yes.
A world where NIKKEs decide their own future. A scandalous statement if I ever heard one. If we were NIKKEs belonging to the Ark, you'd be accused of subversion, and your head would no longer be attached to your shoulders.
Damn. Well, DNK have tried to kill me once already.
NIKKEs capable of making their own decisions. Your dream is a long way from reality. In the Ark, stability is found in submission.
Yeah, and between you and me, Rapunzel dear, I don't think that's really going well for them.
Nevertheless, your idealism intrigues me.
It's like one of those things where like it's gone well for them for like 100 years. Okay, I guess. But 100 years is also a very long time for things to like fester and stew in individuals and organizations, and for it to like, when it does blow, it's in like the worst way, you know?
I'm inclined to agree with you. Rather than just leaving behind fragments of the past, I want to leave a key to the future. Kieran, Snow White, what do you think?
I agree. I believe there's no harm in informing them.
100 years of 0% surface reclaimed is considered failing. This is true.
Even if we try to keep it a secret, it will be revealed one way or the other. The last thing I want is to be an impediment to future progress.
What about you, Snow White?
I just remembered another thing that happened in that 100 years was red shoes. Red shoes happened in that 100 years. So like, the situation has definitely been getting worse and worse, whether or not you pay attention to it, you know?
You two are already in agreement. What do you need me for?
Yes. All three of us have to agree.
Specifically, I'm talking about how Red Shoes like did all those experiments and advanced the corruption and all that with her 200 plus missing NIKKEs and everything. Like, simmering and stewing until it escalates to a point of it becoming a really, really bad problem. That was before the 100 years? That was during the 100 years. What do you mean?
None of this would interest Dorothy.
Ooh.
Lilith, Red Hood, and the Commander are no longer with us. Red Hood?
Ooh.
Why did you do that? Why are you going to so much trouble? The NIMPH has nothing to do with reclaiming the surface.
I love Rapi's response just now. Like, triggered.
You're a human. With the NIMPH, NIKKEs will protect you even if they go through a memory wipe. Why are you risking your life to find more Vapaus?
Never again.
We all know the rules. Any NIKKE who has sustained brain damage is to be disposed of.
Aww.
According to the law, the execution must be carried out by the commander.
Ah, my heart! That's the part he doesn't like the most. Forget triangle and like freaking extrinsic doing it. He hates that he has to be put in that situation with people he cares about.
So we have two options. We can decide to send her off peacefully, or have her go back to the beginning.
Shoot. Right here.
Damn.
Commander. Thank you for your bandage.
I refuse to murder my friends simply because it can't be helped.
Commander.
It was at this point I learned the commander is his own character and not a self-insert. I feel like NIKKE has done a pretty good job the entire game, at least in my opinion, like from what I've experienced, of showing that he's not a self-insert. Like he's not supposed to be a self-insert. This is like this and like the last couple of chapters definitely like drive it home more. But like the very nature of his dialogue since like the very beginning. Like I think that was one of the first things I noticed and like fell in love with this game is how much of like his own person he is, with like all of these thoughts and feelings regarding the situation and NIKKE's and everything.
You and I are in agreement there. We will tell you everything about the Vapaus.
Aww. Not the Red Ash moment. Would you be able to pull the trigger? She doesn't want to do it either. Enterprise Rapture Conspiracy Theory. National Security Email. MATIISSS, Elysion, and Tetra are accomplices. Greetings, citizens. Here comes the latest news. It has been confirmed that both Elysion, a military enterprise, and Tetra Line, an entertainment company, participated in MATIISSS's ARC project. Chances are that Elysion and Tetra Line are accomplices in this Rapture conspiracy. They must be held liable for driving humankind to the brink of extinction. They must also pay for their crimes with their lives. Participated in MATIISSS's ARC project. I wonder, is this like before people started getting access to the ARC? Like where people like,
All right, not there. Is this
they're working on this
Let's
ARC
go,
thing,
Bolt.
and it's like super shady.
You are already aware of the effect Vapaus has. Perhaps you are already putting it to better use than we ever did. We only used it as an ace in the hole when eliminating heretics.
Are you saying the Vapaus has been distributed in the past?
Ooh.
Not to just anyone. Its uniqueness is due to how it's made. It was discovered purely by happenstance.
You're saying it was found on accident?
I feel like that's how a lot of things happen.
During our fight with the heretics, by pure chance, we ended up discovering someone's blood had a special effect on them.
She just said something, and that sentence was completely rearranged.
Blood?
Yes, blood. We found out it could be used as a weapon against the heretics. It could bring down what we thought was unkillable. Thus, Vapaus came into existence.
Vapaus is made from a person's blood?
Dun dun dun.
Yes, him, to be specific.
Oh,
A bullet made from the blood of our commander.
wait. Who's our? Like, legendary commander or like commander in general?
That is Vapaus.
A bullet made from human blood. Is that why no one knew how to manufacture it?
Where did he go?
If word had gotten out, the commander would never have been allowed on the battlefield. They would retain him and harvest his blood for the rest of his life.
Where did he go?
Our commander was one of a kind.
Yes, he was.
Even then, people considered him a legend.
The legendary commander?
Back then, Bringing down the heretics paled in significance to a commander who was able to defeat hordes of raptures. It was decided he would remain a commander and that Vapaus would be kept a secret. Only a select few knew of it. One of the main reasons for this was likely due to them not having enough time to conduct the proper amount of research.
Oh my god! How? How does that make him so much hotter? How?
Where is he now?
That I do not know.
What?
My memories were a casualty of my mind switch. Even the story I just told you was relayed to me by Rapunzel.
Even his blood is OP? Like what?
He's in the Ark.
Whoa! Whoa! Really?
Maybe.
Rapunzel! Rapunzel!
What? As in, the Ark.
Rapunzel nods her head.
Seriously? We came all the way up here for nothing?
Where is he?
He might not be there anymore. He is human, after all.
Legendary Commander! Where are you?
What do you mean? Didn't you just say he's in the Ark?
Did I forget to mention that? All of this occurred during the first Rapture invasion.
In that case...
The first Rapture invasion. That was years and years ago. Unless he was wearing diapers back then, there's no way he'd still be alive today.
I feel like Anderson might be like a descendant, a grandson, maybe. But like, Ark technology is wild. Ark technology is wild. Who's to say he's not still around?
So does that mean there's no other way to find the Vapaus?
If there wasn't, they wouldn't be making us jump through all these hoops. Am I wrong?
I wanted to have a little more fun with you, but I suppose playtime's over.
I heard there was an institute where the commander's blood was refined into bullets.
What? What?
I'm not sure what is left of it.
I noticed the records were still preserved during a recent visit, so it should be okay.
Where is it?
South from the Ark. At the edge of the big lake.
She said that really fast.
It's hidden inside it.
Then there's no time to waste. Let's go.
No. If you go in your current state, you will die.
It sounds like you have to come with us.
The raptures over there are in a different league than the raptures you'll find here. You need to gear up properly before you set out. Otherwise, you won't stand a chance against them.
Fine.
What happened to him? What happened to him? Them southern raptures or something else. They ain't the same as them northern raptures.
I'll send you the exact coordinates.
Thanks.
No need to thank me. Even if you find the Institute, I can't promise you'll find anything on how to create it.
Uh-huh.
And don't forget, once you find out how to synthesize it, the raptures will be the least of your worries.
She's like, they're gonna make whatever the process is into some sort of science
tube experimentation.
A world where NIKKEs are given freedom of choice? That could bring about a cataclysmic shift in our world, potentially in a different direction than you imagined.
Oh. I guess that would be a thing too.
It all depends on how NIKKEs and humans react to it. Humans might demand greater control over NIKKEs. NIKKEs, who have longed for freedom, could riot and turn against the human race.
Nar, Snow White. That's what the conspiracy theorists are saying.
Who you consider your enemy and how people see you might all change, depending on the results.
Sheesh.
Never forget the potential ramifications of what you are doing here.
I love this. I love this so much. Like, the emphasis on how much, like, the commander is essentially a heretic. In not like the NIKKE sense, but like in the traditional sense. Like, the very ideals he has is blasphemous. I won't. Over here, Inquisitor, this guy, exactly.
Not in the hem of this dress.
Ah, the sun, she rises.
We're before the arc, before the central government. It was still like a long time. Like, not all of Old Tales happened like pre-government entities. I'm pretty sure some of Old Tales remember, like, some of Old Tales happened within the 100 years, not pre-100 years.
What worries you so? Goodbye doesn't mean we'll never meet again, so turn that frown upside down.
Are you going?
Yes, the new moon is at his end. We must go our separate ways.
No!
Rapunzel, will you escort our guests?
Of course.
Good. Well then, my lord. Should our fates be intertwined, we shall meet again. Until then, stay safe.
You too.
But of course.
Scarlet leaves.
I'm going to.
Hey, try and go somewhere with some better reception.
Yeah, and stick to the roads so we can find you more easily.
I'll keep that in mind.
Stick to the roads. Snow White would never. Please take care of Marion.
Don't worry about that. However, there is something I want to discuss about Marion.
What?
Why is it
Oh,
that she's always wearing her underwear on the outside?
oh, Nar. Rapi's so disappointed. She's so like, God dang it. God dang it. I was hoping she was gonna grow out of that.
She's at it again.
Good grief.
Think of it as a quirk.
A quirk? So, that's what happens when you come back from being a heretic.
Oh my goodness, Snow White. Imagine.
The side effects are worse than I thought.
Oh my goodness.
Very well, I'll keep that in mind.
Snow White's fear. Snow White's fear of becoming a heretic. Not anything reasonable, but because she might develop a brain that wants to wear her underwear on the outside.
What do you mean you'll keep that in mind? Just tell her to wear them properly.
Oh, I see. Hey.
What is that?
Don't get yourself killed.
Oh, she likes us chat. Snow White leaves. I miss them already.
Well, since everyone's left, should we head back?
And then there was one. It always makes me sad whenever the pioneers part ways.
I will protect my people.
I love them so much.
He's a real brat. Time out. Let's finish this quickly.
Down with those who would threaten the
Everyone,
kingdom.
give us everything on
Potatoes.
Lay off the tongue, Bolt.
The war against Raptures was
Securing
worldwide,
victory
so
for
200
subjects is a key
soldiers in a
strategy.
worldwide conflict seems small to me. I don't think that's accurate. Because from my understanding, like at the beginning of Red Ash, they were like, these last 4 years, we've been at war with the Raptures, and like, humanity has dwindled like significantly. Like by that point, the world's population was already like really like small compared to like what it used to be. Like NIKKEs were not around since like the very beginning of the war. They were like it took like a couple years in. So at that point, not only was it a couple years in that like they have a lot less to keep track of, but also the fact that like the NIKKEs were their main defense. Like by that point they had already determined that like NIKKEs were like the main defense, and regular human guns and whatnot weren't going to work against the Raptures. So yes, at that point, if 200 of like your main defense, even if you see them as like fodder or whatever, like went missing over time, I feel like that again should have been noticed like sooner than it did. It obviously was a problem because they eventually did notice, you know.
Let's go, Bolt.
Mass produce going missing wasn't uncommon. I know it wasn't uncommon, but I'm saying like mass produced NIKKEs dying like wasn't uncommon. Going missing, I think, is slightly different. And it's not a matter of like, oh, they should have noticed from like the very beginning that people started going missing. Like, I think 100 or so in, it should have been like a slight, maybe we should like consider keeping like tabs on this closer. Again, the whole argument here is if they cared even a tiny bit more about what happened, like a tiny bit more about what happened to their even if they're not considered personnel, even if they're not considered personnel, like if they're just considered like weapons. You have warehouses of your weapons like going MIA. That's again something that I feel like should have been like documented, like gone noticed over time. You would be concerned if 200 tanks went missing? Yeah, like it's not really a matter of the reality of yeah, they just didn't care. Like, no, that's not what I'm like saying. I'm saying they should have cared at least a tiny bit more than they did. Cause I think the whole reason this like debate started was because, oh, well, whatever has been happening, like whatever like the arcs, whatever they've been doing has worked for 100 years. It hasn't. It hasn't worked for 100 years. It's been going to crap, like underlined, like a disease. It's been going to crap for those 100 years. And I feel like the story of NIKKE, as we see it here, is like it's culminating. It's culminating to like all of this stuff escalating to these degrees that like we're seeing in present day. Chatterbox being a thing, you know, the heretics being like stronger. Like you can only have blinders on and covering up stuff for so long.
Numbing. You want me to go there? They really do all go their separate ways. No big ceremony or anything.
Did not take 200 at once. It was over time. You pay like 400% of your money in taxes. You don't notice because it's little by little. I never said that it happened like all at once. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you notice, like if your weapon warehouses are going missing slowly over time and you don't know where they went, that would be a problem. That would be a problem that at least one person should have paid attention to. Obviously, obviously this is going to be something that's just gonna have to be agree to disagree thing. Like, because yeah, agree to disagree.
I've never seen a squad like that before.
They all have their own individual goals. We promised each other long ago that we wouldn't get in each other's way.
Was that during the first Rapture invasion?
No. It was sometime after the Ark was first created. Being reunited after such a long separation. We realized how different we'd all become. even then, we realized how difficult it would be for all of us to unite under a shared goal.
A lot of stuff did happen.
So, at that moment, we promised each other. We each promised to respect how the other chose to live their lives. We would meet once a month to show that we were alive.
That's another thing that I wonder what would have happened. Like, I think out of Overzone, like over the course of Overzone, one of the biggest moments that I was like, damn, why did you do that, was them leaving Doro on her own. Like after the events of part 2 happened. Like, I don't think if the commander was there, or if Lilith was there, or Red Hood was there, they would have left her on her own to like go through that mental withdrawal that she went through, like by herself. Like, I think it was the mature choice because they recognized they weren't the right ones for the job. I mean, like, I just, like, that was one of my biggest things coming out of Overzone, was like, I wish she wasn't left alone. But I think like this comment and then the previous how can they help her in that state? She was in her own world. We saw, I've mentioned this a couple times. That's what I loved so much about Crown when I first met Crown in Second Affection. Crown didn't do anything. She just gave Marion her presence. Sometimes just giving your presence can go a long way. And so like she handled that situation very, very well. And like this comment and the last like discussion I had about whether like the art caring, like if the art cared more, blah blah blah. Both of those comments, both of these like discussions or whatever, is just going towards, I don't think this mindset is unfounded. I don't think like these opinions are unwarranted. And the reason I don't think that is because the commander cares as much as he does. Like modern day commander caring and paying attention to all of that stuff as much as he does, I think is supposed to emphasize that, like, how crazy it is that someone is finally here that's caring and paying attention to all of these things that should have been paying attention, like should have been brought to attention. This is stuff that people should have been doing, but they weren't, and now the situation is the way it is. Like, I think the commander's personality is supposed to emphasize that.
that's what was agreed on.
Not sure if that's cool or just weird. Rapi, what do you think? Rapi?
Huh? Oh, sorry. What were you saying?
Isn't it weird that Rapunzel and the rest of them always split off?
Oh, yeah. Weird.
Like, even here, like, even this scene, I think low-key also emphasizes that the way Pioneer handled the situation, as strong and stuff as they are, wasn't the best course of action. Because, like, Counters is making all of these strides, finding out all this stuff, doing all these things, and they're doing, like, the choices they're making are different from the way, like, the Pioneers and Goddess Squad, like, handled things. I think that that's also another comparison that, like, the game has been, like, low-key trying to show us. That, like, if what the Goddess Squad did was the right way, then we probably wouldn't be at this, like, point in, like, this situation, this point in time. We probably would have, but, like, things would be different. And so now here we have another squad who's doing everything differently.
Is something on your mind? You've been...
Rapi! Anise! Hurry and get over here! It's the raptors!
Shall we start with a glass of wine?
It may be a it may be a hindsight thing, because they could have made it worse too.
Just a moment. I'll clean my glass slipper.
I feel like
Down with those who
if it was, this is just a personal opinion at this point, I feel like if it was a similar, if it was a Dorothy situation, I don't think Rapi, Anise, or Neon would have left her on her own.
Duty.
And I think I saw a comment or two that was like, she wasn't on her own. She was like, she had someone, even if it was like in her mental. No, that's a part of the problem. You do know how, like, prisoners in psych wards are, right? Like, prisoners in psych wards, like, going, not psych wards, but solitary confinement. Like, prisoners in solitary confinement, like, can go crazy because they're being, like, left with their thoughts. I don't think it was just you who said it, Fiddle. I think it was like a couple people that I saw the comment in, like, the corner of my eye. Like, solitary confinement isn't a good thing for extended periods, and she was doing it. She was at it for years.
All right, not there. I knew that.
I think it depends on the person for that case.
Let's go, Bolt.
I mean, like, the it's a thing in psychology. Like, it's a study in psychology.
Let's finish this quickly.
That's been brought up in multiple ways, that, like, humans are social creatures. Even if you're, like, a hermit, you don't, like, a neat, you don't go outside and all that, and people are like, oh no, like, I don't like people, you know? Like, even if you're, like, one of those, like, individuals, it's still not healthy to be completely, utterly withdrawn from society, like as a whole.
Bolt. Let us move forward with grace and poise.
Incoming encounter!
Ugh, my feet keep getting
And in
caught
that
the hem
case,
of
she
this
went through like a
dress.
really bad like mental blow.
Let's go, Bolt. You want me to go?
Let us move forward with grace and poise.
Dorothy just has weak mental fortitude. She wasn't meant for war. Even her reason for fighting was to go back to her comfy life. I mean, like,
Let's go, Bolt.
I don't think a lot of the NIKKEs were meant to be at war. But the other thing with that is like, oh, there it is.
All right, not there.
The other thing with that is
I knew
that her reasoning
Let us
wasn't, it didn't sound like it was just for herself. Like, she said she wanted humanity, she wanted people to like live the way they're supposed to, naturally under the sun. Like she said that from a standpoint of that was one of her like initial goals of wanting to be like a goddess of victory for people, was humans are meant to be like under like a real sky.
Coming. You want me to go there? Bolt, follow me.
Time out. Down with those who would threaten. Let's wipe them out and head back. Small potatoes.
Wait a moment. Let me see. Am I doing it right?
I don't think of Dorothy's mind as weak. I don't think Dorothy was weak either. She went through,
Down with those who would threaten. Focus our attack.
she was the goddess's squad leader in like one of their hardest patches, you know, one of their hardest
do I look now, Prince?
patches.
Am I beautiful?
We saw her literally lift them, each of them up, like physically and like metaphorically. Dora was the leader. I thought it was Lilith. My guy.
Rapi, you remind me of my friend. Your attitude and personality are different, but the way you fight is practically identical.
Perhaps. I assume you're referring to Red Hood?
That's crazy you say that.
Huh? How did you know? Do you know her?
Oh.
So I heard you right after all.
What is that?
Red Hood, a NIKKE from the first invasion, and the legendary commander. In the past, was your squad named Pioneer?
Oh.
No, we only got that name once we met again on the surface. We were originally called...
Goddess. Right?
Yes, correct.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Even if it's a tiny bit, I've been waiting. I've been waiting for the Red Hood to freaking be brought up again.
Have you met Red Hood?
Yes.
No wonder you two are so similar. Thank you for telling me.
Wait, a goddess? Really?
Goddess? What's that?
You don't know Goddess? Have you been living under a rock? What are they teaching you at the military academy?
Damn. proof that I don't got a memory to my name.
They were the first NIKKEs, created by mankind and the first ever NIKKE squad. During the first invasion, they were the first to come back victorious from battling the Raptures.
It would be funny if like us picking up relics was like more canon. Because it's like, come on, Commander, we've found, like, we've heard about the name in like a couple pieces of papers on the ground.
Before the Ark's defensive walls were built, they were the only thing standing between the Ark and the Rapture invasion. They were the ultimate warriors, true heroes who will go down in history.
Apparently not history enough if they don't recognize Rapunzel in them as the Goddess Squad.
I even heard that when the Ark was being constructed, there was some kind of accident while all of you were defending the perimeter. But you soldiered on. Just incredible.
Does it mean you showed all the counters those notes? Yeah, like, it doesn't matter if I showed them or not. But like, us saying like, huh? Who were they? I feel like we kind of picked up like a little bit of it from our pieces of paper on the ground.
Wow, I didn't realize we were so popular.
Wow. There are more important things at stake here. The commander of Goddess is a very famous person. Shouldn't we be looking for him?
The commander of Goddess. I like how she put that together so fast.
I'm not surprised he's still a popular guy.
That's not the point. We need to locate him.
That's right, Anis.
Or how he died. Where his grave is located. You at least deserve to know that much.
No, please. I prefer not knowing.
Oh.
What?
If I heard any news about him, it'd only make me miss him more.
My heart.
It'd be unbearable. I'd want to return to the Ark.
Oh.
I don't want it to come to that. I still haven't accomplished my mission.
What mission? Don't tell me it's reclaiming the surface.
Kill the queen.
It is one of the factors, but not the sole reason, no.
What are you talking about?
Thank you for the hydrate. Also, Desper, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for the sub.
It wasn't your fault we lost the surface to the Raptures.
No, that's not it.
Which song is this?
It is not as if I lament for all of mankind. I do not entertain such grandiose thoughts. It has nothing to do with others. It's about us. All those who laughed, cried, and fought together in that war, who made a promise to one another. We were unable to keep that promise.
It has a name with numbers. It's on the playlist on YouTube. I don't check YouTube playlists. YouTube's a dangerous place.
And so, we must atone.
Aww.
I cannot yet return to the Ark.
You sure live a complicated life.
You could call it a quirk of ours. But I'm glad. Goddess and the Commander have not been lost in the annals of history. Just knowing that is enough for me.
Also, thank you for the song name.
Rapunzel.
Climate change report. Factories across the world have been shut down. Half of the Earth has been occupied by the aliens. However, on the land which they have conquered, they live in peaceful communities, like the indigenous people of old. There are no humans, but no environmental pollution either. I am unsure whether these places should be considered paradise or hell. Climate change report, December 15. I've been in hiding for a long time now. When I first ventured out, I saw more snow and ice on the tundra than whatever I had seen in environmental journals 10 years prior. It's just that there are no more children on their sleds anymore. Perhaps it was never the environment itself that I was concerned about. It was merely whether or not humans could survive in it.
Here we are. Just go straight from here. And you'll be able to get on the Ark elevator.
Thanks for the escort.
Don't mention it. It's been a long time since I had such an enjoyable excursion.
I don't want to say goodbye to Rapunzel.
Believer, are you worried about returning to the Ark?
Yes. Every time I'm there, they try to kill me. A little.
Is it because of what Snow White said? Are you worried that you are making the wrong decision?
They try to kill you outside the Ark too. You're right. You're right. Am I worried I'm making the wrong decision? No.
Believer, why did you come up to the surface?
What?
We live in turbulent times. Why do you continually come up to this lawless land?
Because y'all are fighting up here.
And fight?
So that NIKKEs can live as humans too. So that my teammates can live as humans do. For everyone to live peacefully. For everyone to live peacefully. I feel like these all kind of say the same thing. So that NIKKEs can live as humans do. So that NIKKEs can live as humans do. That sounds weird.
I see. That is a respectable goal. And a wonderful principle to live by. Believer.
Second is more specific. Yes, but the commander obviously cares about more than just his team.
On the long journey of life, our world is full of harsh realities. It will try to hurt you and knock you down. People who are on different paths will criticize you and tell you that your path is the wrong one. They will say their way is the right way and will try to tempt you onto their path. However, there are many different paths we can take. So long as you do not lose the sense of inner purpose, your path will be the right one. Whatever the time, wherever the place, and whatever choice you make. So do not fret. I believe you have a purpose, an admirable one at that.
This is chapter 17. Y'all said that chapter 16, or like up until chapter 16, was like what was initially available, like on release. And then like a little break, and then they came back with 17. I feel like you can tell. I feel like you can tell throughout like this entire chapter that that's the case, because the backdrop of 17 has been like a refresher on the issues at hand and like important things that you should remember, and now a reminder of the commander's like personal goals. What about you? Have you found your purpose?
Yes, a very long time ago. I found it when I fought with those people whom I miss so dearly. I am always trying to find my way back to that.
Thank you for giving me courage.
Don't mention it. Now then, it is time for us to say goodbye.
I don't want to! I love Pioneer!
I enjoyed this little jaunt of ours. May your life be a journey just as this one, full of joy.
With that, Rapunzel churns and leaves.
Gotta go.
Oh.
She's gone.
Commander, are you okay?
I mean, I think I'm still bleeding out of my stomach. But other than that... More importantly, are you guys okay?
What?
If we go ahead with this, we'll be making a lot of enemies. Are you fine with it? That's low-key a funny question. Because they're already treated as like lesser. Like they're already treated as like humans. Or less than humans. He probably means like you can make enemies even out of like your fellow Nikkes. But
After everything we've been through, you're bringing that up now? It's too late. We're in this together, whether you like it or not.
I love you, Anise.
How many close calls have we had together?
Too many already?
Exactly. If you're going to ask that question, you should have done it before I joined. Then I could have turned and run the other way.
Technically speaking, Neon, no one really knew you were gonna join. You just kind of appeared one day saying you were a spy.
What are you on about? You were ordered by your boss to spy on us.
Commander, don't worry about us. We told you. We trust you with our lives.
That's a heavy, heavy burden, Commander.
We've been ready for whatever comes our way ever since. Commander identification code, Red.
Ooh.
The Squad 04F commander has changed.
Oh? You gave me the code shoulder at first because I was green.
And I've apologized since then.
Got you. Flashback. Yes, yes. Got you.
Right. We didn't know we'd be paired up with a novice. But we've been through a heck of a lot since then.
So, Commander, your orders, please. Wherever you go, we go together.
Let's go back to the Ark.
Roger.
Okay. Yes.
Hero! Hero! Go to the Ark.
But... how come Syuen's been so quiet? I would think she'd be pulling her hair out and bombarding us with messages about what's taking us so long.
Yeah, I thought she'd be breathing down our necks.
We'll find out when we pay her a visit.
Alright, we can ask her why the hell she paired us up with a squad that tried to kill us. MATIIISS's headquarters should be straight ahead. What is that?
I was gonna keep going because I didn't see chapter 18 on the side. But now I'm like, damn, I should have stopped.
Why are there so many people? Did something happen at MATIIISSS again?
What are those banners on the front of the building? Let me see.
Neon stares intently at the banner.
Return the nymph to MATIISSS?
Damn, that's crazy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh.
Listen up, Syuen! A NIKKE without a nymph is a loose cannon. The moment NIKKEs are given free will and take up arms, how can you guarantee they won't be aiming their weapons at the Ark's citizens instead of the Raptures?
Who even are you, Citizen 008?
We cannot stand by any longer and allow you to continue endangering the lives of Ark citizens. We demand that the nymph be placed back into all members of MATIISSS.
Nar.
For this we cry, control the NIKKEs!
Nar.
Control!
No free will for the NIKKEs!
No free will!
It's
No free will!
It's crazy.
No free will!
It's crazy that like they can like chant that so openly and like not feel any kind of way.
Syuen, come out and explain yourself!
Explain!
Return safety to the people!
Safety!
NIMPH for MATIISSS! NIMPH for NIKKEs!
Nymph! 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 What is going on here? Why are people acting like this?
Why are they all gathered like this? This is getting a bit scary.
I need to contact Syuen. Syuen, are you alive? About time you showed up. Are you still up on the surface? Or back in the Ark? I'm in the Ark. Why didn't you contact me sooner? Because I just got back?
You could still have sent a message up on the surf. Never mind. That's not important right now. Let's meet up. We'll talk then. I'm in front of MATIIISSS headquarters. Right in front? Should we go up? Don't. I'll come to you. Ooh, you sure about that? Ugh. We can meet at that hovel of yours. No, she just called her house a hovel.
Commander, what's wrong?
We're going to meet Syuen.
What?
The outpost. It is kind of a hovel, but it's our hovel, chat. You have to respect our hovel. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Damn, that's not what I wanted to do.
Hey, you! What the hell have you been doing all this time? You're trying to pull a fast one on me. You've been colluding with John Doe.
I don't even know who you're talking about, man.
You can't just barge in and start accusing us. You're the one responsible for this whole mess. Do you realize what we went through up there? Thanks to those people you sent, we...
Uh-oh.
I don't know and I don't care. I don't have time for that right now.
I feel like you should care a little bit. This is mildly concerning.
You piece of... What happened to you up on the surface is none of my concern. Just do what I tell you.
Man, if only we actually said who we saw. That's what I'm saying. Communication is in shambles around here. And what is that?
Those people out there are protesting because the Ark is in a state of peace. They've grown complacent.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if raptures were flooding in.
Mm-hmm.
You think they'd be there running their mouths about NIMPH then?
I don't like her, but she got a point.
They'd be on their knees begging us to save them.
What are you trying to say?
We must make MATIISSS heroes again.
Ah! Hero!
Heroes?
I will lure the raptures into the Ark.
Hey, yo, wait a minute! Pause, rewind! Okay, you just went from 0 to 100, ma'am. She was cooking and then she lost me.
If MATIISSS destroys the rapture threat, that will shut those people up.
No, there's another way. There's another way. I don't think this is the way, Syuen.
Lure raptures into the Ark? Have you lost your mind?
Would you be quiet? You're gonna blow my eardrums with all that screeching. A bucket of bolts calling me crazy. That's rich. Don't start getting a big head just because I'm asking for your commander's help.
Like, I get what she's saying in terms of like people feeling complacent, but again, this is I think this isn't quite the way we want to go about this. Who said I'd agree to this?
Oh, you will. I know how much you like to walk the straight and narrow.
Like, if this is how they're acting with like this kind of leaked information, can you imagine how they would act if it gets leaked that you let in the raptures?
I'm no fool. If I didn't know you'd refuse, I wouldn't be the president of MATIISSS.
Because I feel like the CG is kind of, we're a boat with a lot of leaks.
I'm going to make you an offer you can't refuse.
Like what?
I'm going to make you a hero.
Me? Wait, I'm the hero? I thought we were gonna make Laplace and Squad as hero. Me?
Perhaps not as much as the goddess commander. But certainly more famous than what's-his-face. Can't remember his name.
Who? Who's what's-his-face? I want to know.
Anyways, I'll make you the most famous person since the creation of the Ark.
Who's between me and Legendary Commander? Which commander are you talking about? There's been a lot. There's been so many. No.
Good. I knew you would. Wait, what?
I want to know. I want to know. I want to know. I want to know. Like, because Anderson used to be a commander. Is she bad-mouthing Anderson? Is she bad-mouthing, like... There's literally been so many commanders between me and the Legendary Commander. You're asking questions that lead to spoilers? No, they don't. If chat actually read my rules that I have all over the place, like, don't answer. I don't know if I have to add that, like, I ask a lot of rhetorical questions, but I ask a lot of rhetorical questions if, like, that hasn't been, if you haven't caught on. I will tell you when I want things clarified. I said no.
No.
I'm just like, I'm excited. And the reason why I'm excited is because the number of commanders that has been like brought up in the story is like, could be count on one hand, you know? Like, yes, there's been hundreds of commanders probably, and like they've all like died along the way. But like as far as actual commanders, there's me, there's Anderson, there's Legendary Commander, there's Birmingham, I think that's his name. Like I'm excited at the thought of finally seeing more commanders. Cause I know they exist. I don't think Birmingham was a commander. Oh, well then, never mind then. Let me just exit out that one. There's been us, Anderson, Legendary Commander, us, Anderson, Legendary Commander. Well, crap then. I think that's it. I think those are the only like commanders that I've met. Even though there's so many. We know there's so many. To be fair, many commanders don't last their first few missions. I know, I'm aware of this. Which is why I feel like the ones who do are automatically like next level, you know? So I'm just excited to meet more. So if she's like referring to like another one, then I'm like, please clarify. But yeah, for anybody that was like there, for anybody that was during the ad break, I ask rhetorical questions. My rules state no spoilers. Like if I ask questions, I will tell y'all when I want them answered. So like me asking a question does not automatically mean, oh, She wants spoiler. Like, no, what? How does that? No. Continuing.
You don't know the first thing about Master.
What a complete and utter...
Anise.
Fine. I'll stop talking.
Anise was winding up the kick.
Is it because you think you'll die? All this about luring the raptures. It's just for show. We've already tested it out from our side. We're talking about small potatoes here. One hit from MATIISSS, and it'll be lights out for them. He'll be a national hero.
The answer's still no.
Why? You always go on about your damn NIKKEs. Well, MATIISSS are NIKKEs too. Why are you discriminating against my NIKKEs?
We want to help MATIISSS. That's literally why we're trying to do all of this, like, Vapaus stuff. We just don't agree with your plan, ma'am. Do you know how many, like, people could accidentally, like, die from, like, a single rapture coming in before anybody, like, is able to stop them?
Oh. Is it because they work under me? Because they mean so much to me?
It's not because of that.
Then why would you say no? You cast everything aside in order to save Marion. You didn't give a damn about mankind or the future.
Ooh.
Why aren't you helping MATIISSS?
Ooh. I cannot lure raptures into the Ark.
Then what should I do? Everyone's whipping themselves into a frenzy and trying to destroy MATIISSS. How do I calm them down? Do you really expect me to use a memory wipe on MATIISSS?
No.
You said you would find a way. That you would save them. You said I could trust you. Is it because I didn't kneel before you?
Ooh.
Is that why you changed your mind? Then I'll get down on my knees. I'll do it!
Would you actually? Syuen.
Please. Just say yes. I beg you.
Also, I don't really feel the need to, like, slap her or punch her or kick her or anything right now. Like, even if she's faking this part, like, even if she's faking being all, like, sounding like she's gonna cry or whatever, like, this is definitely a conversational moment versus a straight to violence moment.
Help me, please!
Okay, I'll do it.
Commander! Really? You won't go back on your word? I knew you'd come around. You'll be a hero by the time this is all over. I'll make sure of it.
I wonder, like, are we serious? Or are we, like, okay, like, here's my thing. If we are agreeing, it would be because, like, we would want to have a part in how it happens. Because she's low-key giving me the vibes of, like, she's gonna do it anyway, you know, with or without us. And so, like, having a say in it would be, like, less dangerous in, like, the long run, versus if we're just, like, saying what she wants to hear to like calm her down, to do something completely different. Like I those are the two routes this could go. But only on one condition.
What is it?
I don't want to be on camera. Oh!
Then how do you expect to be made a hero?
I don't want to be a hero.
Ah, you mean you want a bit of a slow reveal? Is that it?
Are we gonna make the NIKKEs the heroes? I have no interest in being a hero.
What? What's wrong?
Because all of this is far from heroic. Ooh, that was ooh, goosebumps. That's such a good line. Bod man, you cooked with that line.
You feel bad. Is that it? Okay, fine by me. Just gives MATIISSS more of a chance to shine. Now that we're done with our little chat, let's go see MATIISSS.
The question is, would MATIISSS agree to this? I don't think this lines up with Laplace's sense of justice.
They're back at headquarters.
Just a moment ago, you looked like you were on the verge of death. That was a fast recovery.
It sure was, Neon.
She took advantage of our commander's good nature.
Let's get going.
No. None of you are going anywhere.
Hey, yo! Where I go, my girls go!
What? Did I say anything about needing you? I just need the commander.
What do you mean?
MATIISSS are the ones taking center stage here.
Okay, but you do realize that makes our plan even more dangerous. Like, we would need more NIKKEs. Syuen, I know you're going through a lot right now, but you're not quite thinking clearly.
Why would I want you rust buckets there trying to get in on the action?
So that nobody dies?
Are you saying we're not going to be a part of this mission?
Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if, like, some people dying would be a part of her plan. Like, it would just make the saving more impactful for those who survived.
That's what I'm saying.
Commander, we shouldn't do this. What if it gets out of hand?
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to do it? Will you abandon MATIISSS?
Commander, your safety is our top priority.
For more dramatized? Yep. I'll do it.
That's what I thought.
Then we will support you from the shadows.
No.
We will not reveal ourselves to the cameras. The faster the raptures are taken down, the more heroic MATIISSS will seem, right?
True, but...
Or is it that you're up to something?
Not the Anise Spidey senses.
Maybe that's the reason you don't want us tagging along.
Fine. Request granted. Just make sure the cameras don't pick you up. Got it?
I see.
So we're all set? Let's go.
Hey, did you talk with like Ingrid and Mustang and Anderson about this? I don't know. I don't know if they would agree to this plan. Syuen opens the door and leaves.
Be careful, Commander.
You too.
Don't worry about us.
I follow Syuen out the door. At the same time, out in the hallway.
Does your leg hurt, Yuni?
No, it's okay.
How do I calm them down?
Ooh.
Doesn't seem like Syuen is doing very well.
Yuni approaches the commander's room.
Yuni?
You said I could trust you. Is it because I didn't kneel before you? Is that why you changed your mind? And I'll get down on my knees. I'll do it!
It can't be. Mihara, Syuen is begging!
Shh, they'll hear you.
Doesn't it make you happy?
Please, just say yes! Thank you! Help me, please.
Yuni concerns me. She concerns me so much.
Yuni?
I hope it all falls apart. I hope everyone in MATIISSS gets their memories wiped.
Yeah. I think Yuni is like a perfect example of the whole things have not been going great for 100 years.
Just like Mihara.
You...
Don't you want the same thing?
All it takes is one bad day. But that's the thing, it hasn't been one bad day. Assuming she's been a punching bag for multiple days. And then like the whole Mihara situation was just a big blow. Suddenly, Yuni grabs both of Mihara's arms.
Syuen stole you from me. I will take MATIISSS from her.
Damn. But it's MATIISSS!
That is fair. Isn't that right? If you were the old Mihara, you'd feel the same way.
I don't know if she would.
Right?
Yes, you're right. You're always right.
Damn. I feel like old Mihara would have... She would have known more about how to potentially de-escalate Yuni's current, like, mind frame. Like, Yuni's mind frame right now is on a collision course. She's like on a collision course that I'm not looking forward to seeing how it ends up. And I feel like old Mihara would have been the only thing able to stop it.
Let's go somewhere. Somewhere without Syuen, where we can be happy.
Yes, I'll go. I'm going.
If we had the old Mihara, Yuni would not have been like this. I mean, like, again, yes, but also Syuen using her as like a constant punching bag and all of that is It's not a good look. Yuni lets go of Mihara's hands and walks away.
Before we go in, you have to promise.
I was like low-key getting worried because I was like, wait, no, stop. Am I like five cutscenes into 18? Promise what?
Just promise me. I'll tell you what it is later.
Nar. Fine, I promise.
You should have said that to begin with. No matter what I tell them in there.
Uh-oh.
Pretend like you don't know anything. Just smile and nod your head.
She said to act like chat. Why?
You just gave me your word.
You're not gonna tell them the real plan, are you?
Don't ask why. Just do what I say.
I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Let's go in. Sorry, ladies. Kept you waiting, huh?
Laplace!
Look who I brought with me.
Drake Maxwell! Hey Laplace, did you know Guillotine killed you off in her headcanon? It's been a while.
Birdie!
How have you been?
Well, we've been...
In front of MATIISSS Industry Headquarters, civil protests are still in full swing.
Uh-oh.
Here we have the protesters' representative, who has been making his voice heard loud and clear the past several days.
The moment any NIKKE is granted free agency, who's to say they won't be aiming their weapons at us instead of the Raptures?
Nar, don't listen to this filth. Turn off the TV.
No free will for NIKKEs! NIMPH for MATIISSS! NIMPH for NIKKEs!
Distrust towards MATIISSS has continued to mount amongst the citizens, and shows no signs of stopping.
Freaking Syuen smashes the TV.
What actions will Syuen, the representative of MATIISSS, take? Will she choose MATIISSS or the citizens of the Ark?
Do you want the real answer to that?
Would someone turn that thing off?
Sorry that you have to see us in such a sorry state. It's not exactly the most becoming look for a hero.
Oh.
There's no need to point out the obvious. We're being treated like criminals by people we don't even know. Not exactly surprising that we're not feeling chipper.
Oh. Syuen turns off the TV.
Just look at yourselves, all huffing and puffing.
Uh-oh.
Don't let them get to you. Don't forget who made all of you.
Damn.
Do you know who I am? I'm Syuen.
Not gonna lie, this speech right now is giving like Abe vibes, but in the Syuen coded version of it.
The CEO of MATIISSS. You think public opinion is something I can't change? They say you're all ticking time bombs. That we need to put your nymph back in. Well, all of that nonsense ends today.
So?
I found a way to make you guys heroes again.
How?
We're going going to create a new defense wall.
Oh? What do you... Syuen elbows me in the side.
What is that?
She whispers to me out of the side of her mouth.
You promised.
Nar. I said I'll see. Commander! Commander!
No worries. Guess they didn't quite understand what I was telling.
The confused Laplace face.
Right?
Yes.
What do you mean, a new defense wall? Did our company invent something new?
Yes. It's a previous creation of mine.
Uh-huh.
Why didn't we use it before then? Why wait until now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well. There was an issue with the financing.
Uh-huh.
We were attacked by the Raptors during the building process. It was difficult to access the lab.
Really? You should have told us. We'd have taken care of it for you.
Laplace.
Well, but you ladies were always so busy. And besides, I needed an ace in the hole for a situation like this.
So we just have to go to that institute and activate the barrier?
Precisely.
Is the barrier gonna do like the exact opposite?
If you go to the institute, there is an activation switch. All you have to do is turn it on.
Nar.
Sounds easy enough. We can become heroes again just for doing that?
Nar.
Of course.
Syuen.
You'll be shown on camera defeating the Raptors and activating the new defense walls. Then all those morons will realize how glad they should be MATIISSS is here in the Ark.
Syuen.
This sounds great!
Laplace! Laplace doesn't deserve any of this!
MATIISSS helping bring a new defense wall to the Ark.
Oh!
The heroes of the Ark. As long as MATIISSS is here, the Ark will be safe from anything.
Oh my god. No.
What a great plan!
Exactly. I'm sure it won't be a problem for you all.
This is gonna F Laplace up, isn't it?
Leave it to us!
Why are we laughing? Whatever, guess I'll join in.
Drink!
God help me with these two.
I assume Birdie will be the one in command?
Oh. Yes.
All right, sounds good.
Gosh, she's putting so much trust into us right now.
You'll be helping restore our reputation. I'll be sure to repay you someday.
Oh my god, this hurts. This like actually hurts. No, it's okay.
You seem awfully subdued.
Maxo Spidey sense.
Is there anything about the plan that worries you?
Oh, the smile! That's just...
Let's not focus on the negative. They are just feeling a bit overwhelmed, that's all. It's a lot to take in after all, isn't that right?
Yes.
With that being said, I think they and I need to have another private discussion. You all go out and prepare for the mission.
Don't worry too much, Birdie. So long as you've got me, there's nothing we can't overcome.
Flaws.
Would you can it with the hero talk? Let's go.
Very well then, heroes. Let's take our lead.
Laplace runs out.
I won't lose. See ya.
Drake runs out as well.
What is this life I lead? Anyway, see you later.
Maxwell! Matisse leaves the meeting room. What is this life I leave? What's all this about a defense wall?
Which? It's not technically wrong. Matisse will be a new defense wall for the Ark.
Syuen.
Don't be so loud. Are you gonna be the one who tells them the unvarnished truth? What if they say they won't do it?
Then, I don't know, don't do it. Find a new plan.
Are you going to take responsibility for that?
They deserve to know the truth.
Huh. Did you see their faces? The moment they found out they could be heroes again, they lit up. They're desperate to become heroes again. I can't just tell them to lure raptures into the Ark, then defeat them. Are you kidding me? Unless we make it so that they have to do it, they wouldn't agree to something like this. That's just how they are.
You're deceiving them.
I know that, but what else can I do? I'll do anything to bring them back to their former glory. I can't have them spend the rest of their lives inside hiding, having people judge them.
I think at this point, I truly lost all hope for Syuen, because like, who would generally think of this plan? I'm not gonna lie to you. Based on like the tomfoolery I have seen from like the Ark's powers that be in the CG and all that, I low-key feel like she wouldn't be the only one to come up with something like this.
No, I won't allow it. They will live their lives as heroes.
But like, at least from her perspective, she's doing it to like clear Matiisse's name. I feel like there could be like higher ups in the CG who would do it just to like, they would do it for like less personal reasons. They would do it for like control the bad vibes going on and like, you know, to some extent she's doing it at least for the sake of like Matisse. I don't trust that there's a lot of people in the CG who would do something like this for like more cold reasons, I guess.
Even if that means me throwing them off the deep end.
Syuen.
Please, try and imagine how I feel. Keep your thoughts to yourself. Until they find out the truth. And make sure those rust buckets of yours don't say anything either.
Syuen leaves the meeting room.
Nothing about this seems like
my god!